Okay, it's just starting? Yeah.
Hello, everybody. This is the official DVD commentary with me, the author of the play, and star Maureen Quinn, director Troy Delaney, and executive producer Lauren Bahia Simons Morton.
And what's your name?
And my name is Chris Webster.
My name's Troy.
Oh, Quinn, but we went over this already.
And you're...
And I'm Bahia.
Just so that they know everybody's voices.
Yeah.
This is the best camera work ever.
Yeah, we're looking at the
Ever.
close angle right now, and this is pretty awesome.
We're probably going to look at the close angle the whole time because we can't switch
Yeah.
on the DVD player that we're using.
If you'll notice, just in the background, I chose this really cool gel. No wait, what do you call it? Gobo. It's a cloud gobo, and it was inspired by the movie Ran by Akira Kurosawa, and I wanted it to represent the impending cloud of war and the thunderheads of change that were about to happen in the play.
It's fitting considering there's a Shogun in this.
Yeah.
So
And
this actor, I believe his name is
David Sosha.
David
Not
Sosha.
David Suskin or Siskin.
which may or may not be fixed in the credits.
Yes. I apologize to David Sosha for informing Chris of the wrong name. That was my fault.
David did a good job.
This
He did.
this camera work is amazing. It's like I'm on
Who
a
did this?
it's like I'm on a
Oh.
Ferris wheel watching the play
We
at
need-
the same
I
time.
forgot about the roller
We need to
blades.
thank our excellent friend Nicholas Doolin
Nick Doolin did this?
Yeah.
for the amazing camera
Wait.
work.
Those aren't my rollerblades, are they?
Yes,
Yeah, they
Yeah,
are.
they are.
I never knew he used my rollerblades.
He only used them for the last. This is the last night of the performance of the show, and he used the rollerblade. Your rollerblades
It's
on
like,
the last.
wow, those look familiar. Those look exactly like my rollerblades.
Yeah. So like this was the last night of the show, and I really wanted everybody to like just go all out with their character and really have some fun.
Oh, we dropped it. Oh.
And I had some ideas for some of them, but it kind of like I just let people like do whatever they want. Like all the actors just kind of come up with whatever they wanted to do for like the last night. And David was like, "Oh, I have to wear rollerblades," and I was like, "Well, there
He
are
also
some
didn't take
rollerblades
out
back
his
in the-
ear piercing.
Oh,
I think I'm surprised that they put him.
well, it's appropriate. He is. He does have a girlish figure.
He is wonderful.
Especially in that sexy robe.
Yeah, bizouch.
Can we just talk for a second about how awesome David Sosha is?
Yeah.
It's really awesome.
So he
It's
actually
really
came
awesome.
in like halfway through rehearsal.
Yeah, he did
Because
this
the
as a
original-
favor to us.
Yeah.
The original person was like, don't want to do...
I don't want to be in two plays.
I don't
which
wanna
was,
do
which
things.
makes sense. But he's also like, I'm not sure I'm that into the play that they're wanting me to be in, and I don't have a very
This is
big
a tiny
part.
part.
It's not a very big part.
Yes,
and I'm
but-
an actor, and I want to be important.
It is a small part, but when David does it, it seems like a big part.
Yeah, and it's a really important part, and David makes it just absolutely heartbreaking.
And he was so much more wonderful to work with than the other actor that we had.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He like saw me a year later and remembered my name and was like, hey, what's up?
What,
And-
David?
And
Yeah.
he is
Oh,
now
wow.
an up-and-coming director.
And
Yeah.
So, and he asked me to work with him. I mean, I guess I costume designed another show, but he is still...
Who costume designed
He and I
this
kept
show?
a relationship.
Who remembers?
I don't.
What's her face? That girl. That freshman girl.
Yeah, I don't remember. She was kind of mean.
I seem to remember...
I mean,
She was kind of... No, she was kind of mean, and I offered my
Oh.
help to her, and she...
Was it,
Julia Child.
She
You
was
have to
kind of
drink
chubby
more.
with, like, curly brown hair.
What's her name?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
And I don't have a
It
program.
was like a Michelle or something like that.
So one of the interesting things that a lot of people asked me was like right at the beginning. Excuse me. I start talking about like the Shogun and it starts talking about the Roman army. And what I was trying to do is, like, right off the bat, like, inform the audience that this is not set in the same reality and the same history of the planet that we know. So it's like right off the back, they're not trying to something, you know, like reconcile it with reality, and they know, okay, this is fantasy, and they don't have to think about like the technological or the historical anachronisms.
I love that part when he throws the baby into the chair. Nobody really understood it until it started happening. Like, it was this idea of mine that he was just going to throw the roll, which represented the baby. Obviously, everybody's treating it like a baby the whole time, and then he just throws it into the chair. And Jim was really into it, and nobody really understood it until, like, we started doing it in the performances, and people started laughing, and it was like, and then it became, like, just, like, the funniest thing in the first scene. Let's talk about Jim, who is a cool guy and an awesome actor, a little bit obstinate and has his own view of how to do things. There's Quinn.
Well, one of the neat
There's
things,
Aileen.
One of the neat, special, totally planned things about this play is that it was really only half written when it was cast and when we started rehearsing.
Yeah,
And
that's an interesting
that gave the actors a lot more freedom to.
That was great.
That was totally
That really
scripted.
added a lot
Yeah.
to her character, I think.
No, well, so it gave
That was a
the
good choice.
actors a lot of freedom to add things to the part and to like suggest actually like kind of critical plot things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all of us, especially the people who, I mean, like the cadets who didn't have a specific
There's
character
Aaron.
set out for them, did have like a lot of a chance to
Yeah.
to make their own characters, which I really appreciated about it.
One of the things that I think is really important in theater is providing a lot of strong female roles.
There's a cat.
It's a cat. It's a cat on a roll.
Did you never see that?
No, I never saw that. I was
Oh.
backstage.
Yes, it's a cat.
That's the same.
And he's playing
He's
with
so
it.
cute. It's so cute.
Of course, of course.
Look at that.
Chris, I think that was really good foresight, considering in most plays there are more male
Well,
roles than female roles.
'cause that's-
unfortunate, because there are more female actors than male
Yeah,
actors.
and it's like that happens
Well, that's why
every
you
single
made the play the
time,
way that
and that's why.
it turned out, right?
Like, it's funny, I was writing this play and I had all these good ideas, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, wait, there are 0 female parts in this. And I was like, but I really like the script and I really like what's happening, but, you know, it's a disservice to the theater community to not have any female parts. Because, and of course, like, it's gonna come, like, we would ultimately end up with an inferior product because there's never enough good male actors to do all the male parts. So what I did is I changed it so that there were a lot of, in my opinion, strong female roles, and that's actually how this whole like plot twists and things with Tony and the cadets came about was kind of like by accident, just trying to force some female roles into it, but I think it ultimately worked well.
I
Yeah,
think
that-
that the mustaches were awesome.
Those are
Yeah.
awesome. But no, I mean that having to being forced to add female characters in is what led to a large part of what the plot of this play is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
And the humor, and then and that's obviously like big part of why I just was originally into it. Like, I was into the fact that like it wasn't finished. I was into the fact that you know, there would be some work going into making it count.
Oh,
It's
Peter!
Peter! But I was into the fact that this is like
Like his
this
green
Ooh.
light.
He was so funny.
Peter's
Wow.
so
so
hot.
funny.
is so hot.
He had a
Just
belt
like
with
how
his
hot
name on
Peter
it.
is.
That's
Yeah, but anyways, yeah, I was just into like the play with gender and all that stuff. You know, all the like.
Y'all, I can only
Politically
find
correct
one of
things.
these, but like, let's just get around, okay?
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, we're drinking some rum right now.
and
Rum.
Sparks and Munchies.
So, anyways, there's Aaron. Aaron
Aaron
was
such
a
cutie pie,
godsend.
and he
He's
did
just
such a good job.
Do you want to
Good
sit
job.
here?
did such a
You're
good job.
I'm
closer to the
alright.
microphone.
Okay.
And he really just gives his all
And
in this
closer to the
performance,
snacks.
and he is such a just great little guy.
I really
And
like.
he's not a theater major.
No,
I-
No, he's a great guy.
I really like the cast of this show, and it's funny because it's like when we were casting, like everyone was like, no, I want this one person that's done the lead in every single show ever, and Troy and I were just like, we kind of got like the cast that
Your
we
perfect
wanted.
cast.
Yeah, we really
Because-
did get pretty much
Because we're
everyone
like we
wanted.
don't need these people that like just because they've been in every single show doesn't mean they're the best actors, and there's a lot
No.
of people that are very good actors and were very appropriate to the cast.
What's going on?
Oh. And we needed people that were like obviously going to be like enthusiastic and happy to be in a show that was like big
Yeah.
and fun and we got everyone that we wanted, and we got to leave early from the casting thing, and we were really happy.
And in a festival like Chautauqua, which has all these different roles and is giving opportunities to people who don't necessarily act a lot, it's really good to recognize their potential and use them, rather than thinking that you have
Exactly.
to have people who have all this experience. Experience only does so much.
God.
Oh my god.
Oh, she's so funny.
This-
Tessa Cox.
This is so funny to me because I wrote this scene as it is just like a ridiculous, meaningless plot device. This was supposed to be like a one-page thing. It was just some stupid plot device. And then we were doing the callbacks, and this was one of the pieces of dialogue that had actually been written, and so this is one that we used.
to
And
people,
this
yeah,
was
to
the one
try them out
that
with.
everyone would just laugh over and over and over. It's like they'd heard it 10 times, and yet they'd still laugh at it.
She really made it come to life.
And
She
Yeah.
was really
Tessa-
good.
No, she really
Perfect
did
job.
them.
it was
This is interesting. I've never actually seen this before. And I'm sure there's lots
Look at
of
the
different
amazing
things.
lighting by Mike Colucci.
oh,
I want
Mike
to say
was-
Mike did a great job with the lighting.
Yeah, and especially since there are all these miscommunications
Yeah.
beforehand.
Yeah,
so, like,
there was a lot of miscommunication.
He like didn't even get to start on time, and then
yeah,
like
it was
when
crazy.
we were
he did it, and he absolutely
Yeah.
went through it. So congratulations,
Good job,
good job. But yeah, we had a really hard time figuring out who the Gypsy would be. Like we had a hard time figuring out like who to cast as that, and like there were a couple really good people. I remember Ruthie was one of our contenders.
Ruthie Holmes.
Yeah, and like we just had a few contenders, but like there was just something about the way Tessa used her accents and like her like kind of her own database of weird, crazy fake accents that just kind of pushed her over the edge, and just kind of her weird look and her weird personal style and just all sorts of little things about her
The other
that
thing-
made her very weird and eccentric.
Yeah, the other thing that I noticed is that she was really into the script. Like,
Yeah.
as we were doing callbacks, she was laughing at all the jokes over and over, and so I could tell that she was interested in it just at the script, and I knew that, like, because she was interested in it, that meant that she would be willing to put more energy and to put devotion in it. Because even if we had hired like a professional Broadway actor, if they didn't care about it, they would have just kind of phoned it in.
Let's take
Whoa.
note of the
Kevin.
amazing acting abilities of Kevin Surrey.
Oh my god.
Look at that! Look at that! He created this character from scratch.
Kevin-
He was
Yeah.
a really great presence on stage.
How many characters does Kevin play? I think like
Maybe
five
five
characters, and he's created an absolute life for every
Kevin
single
was-
one
And
of
all
them.
of the
Look at
characters
this. Look
that
at the
he had
subtlety.
to make
Look at them together.
They
Yeah.
weren't written at all.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
The
were-
interplay.
The
Kevin-
two of them
the two
together
of them was
like,
so
he
funny.
is
Look
the
at this.
perfect
Look at that.
assistant.
Look at he is so absolutely dedicated to every single one of his roles, and I couldn't have asked for a more amazing lackey
It was
guy.
so great because like as I said, like the script wasn't written, and we did the auditions, and one of the things we asked everyone who auditioned is who can skateboard, because we didn't have it planned, but we knew there was gonna be skateboarding
Oh yeah,
somewhere.
that was like right from
And
the
so
beginning. I
Kevin's
totally forgot about that.
Kevin's like, oh, I can skateboard, and we're like excellent.
Absolutely,
You're
excellent.
gonna be in our play. We don't know where, but you're gonna be in it.
Remember the guy who played.
And you added him in.
And we
Like,
added-
also replaced
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, and it worked. Well, I mean, like we also cast another guy, the guy that David eventually filled in for could also skateboard. And that's kind of why we cast him too. I mean, besides the fact that I liked him for the role, but
He's
like,
they're both so
but
good.
yeah, we needed
They
skateboarders.
make a really good team.
And
too. They
Peter
make-
could
they make a really good
skateboard.
team.
You guys
That's
need
so
to drink.
I'm good.
I'm really drunk. So.
Okay.
I'm
Quinn's already
alright.
good.
I drive home.
I've been at the bar for like several hours already.
Uh oh, what's happening?
Oh.
Who's that? Who's that?
Hey,
Who's that
Quinn.
sexy mama? Oh,
And
look
those sexy heels.
Wait,
Watch this. Watch how
Most
she walks.
awesome shoes.
It's just like so.
But the funniest part, every time they talk about them being men, it's
Yeah.
funny. Like you
It
can't
is,
stop
because they're like,
laughing.
I got the
It's
girliest
so
girls.
obvious.
Oh, Dusty.
Oh my god.
and
The
then-
best. There is no one else who could do this role.
Oh,
Do a non-talking
absolutely
role like
not.
this well.
He was so good, and
He-
it's just it's so fun to watch this video and just think like how all the
Weird.
casting worked out so well. And like,
He's a zombie.
it's so great because this is so what I was thinking when I wrote it.
Dusty was so funny as a zombie. Like during rehearsal, for weeks during rehearsal, it took up until the final rehearsals for all of us to not just lose our shit
Yeah.
while Dusty was doing his thing.
I mean,
Because
it's besides the
he
fact
was
that he's such
so
a rock
funny.
star and he's absolutely gorgeous in real life. He has like this
Oh, I
these
know. I have
amazing
such
features.
a crush on him.
He
the
has
whole
these
time.
amazing features, but he can manipulate his face so well.
He's very enthusiastic too.
Yeah,
He's
he's
so
really
willing
acting.
to just
He
do
was
whatever.
so-
and participate.
We're just like act like a zombie, and he's like,
It's
and
like,
it
oh,
was
well,
so
that's
great.
exactly what we want.
Yeah.
But like, we want to try acting like a zombie this way, and he's like,
Just wait. I love the eating out of the trash part.
Oh my
that's-
god.
So Peter here, Captain Luigi, this character I think was the most like
Look, you can see your nipples.
kind of like oh, and they're
Anyways.
very hot. So and there's Peter and Karen. Karen did a good job.
Karen
but-
Can I just interrupt for a
What?
second?
Yes.
And I just want to point out how the costumes that all of us got for the Roman cadets were the most unflattering and uncomfortable to wear costumes that you could possibly imagine.
Yeah, and they were just not.
You guys wore them
Despite the
well.
fact that I was a costume designer and that the costume shop
The pole.
lady Naomi, she and I had a good relationship. There was not I tried and tried to get her to let us change the costumes in some way. There was nothing we
Oh,
could do.
he's gonna get him! Oh no! But he's not a very good zombie.
Well, zombies are slow moving.
Yeah. So wait, what were you saying about Peter's
So-
character?
Oh, yeah.
Well, so yeah, the thing about Peter's character is that he, in my opinion, was the most unfinished character going into the script. And like, if you look at even the most final copy of the actual written script, Captain Luigi's lines are not very. I don't think they're very interesting, and they're not nearly as kind of fleshed out.
Yeah, they're kind of cliched. I mean, it's kind of like it was kind of your most like oh, it's an authority figure.
Yeah.
Let's make him
Exactly.
mean and silly.
And like I think Peter really like the kind of final script that I'm gonna use if this ever gets done again, it's gonna incorporate a lot of the lines and a lot of the things that Peter added.
yeah, because what Peter did was he added a dimension to it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a one-dimensional character that had just anger written
Yeah.
all over him. But Peter added this subtlety and this sort of sexuality and this
Oh,
crazy.
it was so funny.
Just kind of a bipolarness to it that just it made the character and it
He really ended up being one of the most interesting characters in the play,
yeah
too.
because it's like, oh wait, who is this guy? At the end you're kind of interested, like, oh wait, he's capable of love, he's capable of feeling this way and this way, like, yeah, he ended up being like
Well,
kind of someone you wanted to know more
He
about.
did
also-
also the funniest.
you
I mean,
ask
he was
yourself-
so
Look at Quinn.
You ask yourself, why is he doing any of this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Every time you see him, you're like, I don't really understand, and it makes you
funny.
want to
so funny.
Yeah.
know more
It's just
about
sort of
him.
absurd. You're like, well, why is this guy doing all this? Sort of.
I just want to say again, like, how much I appreciate Aaron and Karen and Dusty.
Yeah.
Like,
Aaron and Karen were really good balances for each other, and they were really good at like having this like, innocent romantic lead type of thing going on, when the rest of the world was insane.
Yeah.
Like they really evened it out.
They really
and
did,
balanced
and
it
like
out
and like
a lot.
because they took their characters so seriously. I think that's why, like, everyone surrounding them was like had these wild, crazy characters, and kind of didn't take it that seriously. Whereas these three main characters, as you see, are just absolutely earnest, and that's what they need to be. And like, I didn't expect that at all. Like, I was expecting, like the what's the main character's name? The Veron character to be like to ham it up a lot more, and for her character to be just kind of the more like the sane straight girl.
They definitely had this like cheesy after school special kind of thing going on, which was great. But like, I mean, the whole thing, like, you couldn't take this place seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, not too seriously.
Right.
It's a pretty ridiculous concept.
This was a stage direction that I wrote in the original script that they would just awkwardly keep shaking hands. I think like awkward interactions are so funny.
Yeah.
So, who did Camilla Henneman do Dusty's makeup?
Yes,
Yes,
she
She did
did.
a really good job.
She did an amazing job. And let me just say that Camilla Henneman is not just a first-time zombie makeup director. She's a veteran zombie makeup director. She helped what's his face?
Michael Jackson.
Rick Baker do the Michael Jackson zombie makeup in Thriller. Yes.
Michael Jackson.
All right.
So yeah, she's done zombie. Oh, look at that! That's funny.
She's done zombie makeup
See,
for one
did
of
you
the
notice
most
how I
important
cut
zombie
out-
Oh, you edited
movies
it.
I
ever
cut out
made.
the like 5 minutes of scene change that just happened.
You did. That's
fantastic.
great.
Well, maybe we could do that in the theater.
Yeah.
This was my favorite scene. This is my
Yeah.
favorite scene in
Isn't
the whole
this?
play.
I don't know. I just
I have
think
pictures of the rehearsals. For
Oh
this
yeah,
in
I
our
remember that.
backyard.
In the
there
backyard.
This is
should
so much
be
fun.
some
everywhere.
If you put this DVD in a computer, you should be able to get at like some of the pictures.
Oh, there's Nicole defending the
Oh
seat
my
from
God,
Karen.
Nicole
This
was
is
awesome.
I loved the way the cadets I was just like they didn't have any lines, but I was really excited about them just having like really definite
And
definite
you really helped
things
me
that
with
was
that
going
in
on.
the rehearsal process, because when I cast Quinn, she was like, "What the fuck's going on? I don't have any lines. Oh my god, there's so much pasta. Oh my god, so much pasta." But yeah, I
Well,
was-
because this is the last time that I was ever going to do
yeah,
anything.
like this,
you
and
know.
she was just like really concerned. I was like, "Don't worry, we're gonna give you lots of stuff to do. There's gonna be so much for you to do, and there's gonna be a lot to work on."
Those characters
And
were
I
really
really- I
important.
had
They
so
were
much
really,
fun.
really important.
They really made the show. I mean,
Yeah.
just
Look at
imagine this
Aileen.
with.
And we all
With the,
Oh!
yes,
Great
I love
shot.
this part.
He is
But-
so
but-
committed.
Notice I'm sitting right next to Dusty while he's doing this.
Not laughing.
Up until the first, whatever, all throughout the whole time, even during performances, it was so hard for me not to laugh. I mean, all during rehearsals, whenever we did the scene.
Oh my god, so
Oh my god, it's so funny!
much pasta everywhere.
I am so
so
glad we made
this
this work.
whole time,
You
I'm
went-
just cracking up. Like, I'm losing my shit this whole time.
Oh,
It
shit.
took so much work for me to just, look, I'm laughing right now.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
Look at her mustache.
I'm really glad with the dangers of having like noodles on stage that we found a way to make this work.
Thank
And
you so much,
Michelle
Roger.
Colza,
Michelle.
our
I want
technical
to thank
director.
Michelle for being
Michelle was amazing.
saintly and a little
She
bit
made
neurotic.
this- she helped
A
make
little
this
neurotic, but absolutely saintly
She
when it
really,
came to
really
really
worked
So this
pulling it off.
hard.
He
Yeah,
just
making
turns
it work.
around like that.
Oh yeah, that was a good.
Oh.
He pulled that off.
This whole scene is genius.
Oh,
Genius.
thank
It
you.
was so funny.
Look,
He
he's
is
eating
so-
the toast off the ground.
This is
so
so great. He's so devoted.
Yeah.
And
He's
but
got
then
awesome.
Aaron, like what Aaron comes and does
Oh,
is
it's
he-
just
it's
it's
like
absolutely
awesome.
heartwarming. It's heartwarming. Again, Aaron is
Look at him.
a dedicated.
then
Kevin is the lunch
the
lady,
lunch
the drunken
lady.
lunch lady.
Watch
Hey,
this. Watch
he do-
this.
What's he gonna do? Oh!
That's hot.
That's so great.
Did he come out with that himself?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was his own evidence.
Oh my
of
god, he's gonna
dedication.
get everywhere.
You have to love actors to do that.
Yeah.
Like do these crazy things.
Yeah.
See?
Man, that pasta's so sexy.
So this scene change I left in
Did you
because it
keep?
had
Yeah, I just
music.
had this song. Good, thank you. I was gonna ask you.
Did the other one not have music?
Right, no,
Yeah.
it didn't. It was just a
Oh.
long
I just-
That's
silence.
painful.
Yeah.
That's really painful. You should never do that.
I know.
That makes me hurt
I
just
should
thinking
have
about
come.
it.
I should have come up with another song, and I probably had more ideas.
Who was your sound designer?
Steven.
Steven.
And he did a
Yeah.
good
really good
job,
job.
but
I
we didn't tell him to put music in the
Yeah,
scene
I
change.
would
It was
have
just-
given something. We just
There's
didn't realize
one-
that like there was gonna be that really long part where they had to put the tarp down.
Yeah, it's hard.
That was
But-
long too.
But yeah, and
But
notice
worth it.
this,
Worthwhile.
notice the
in
music that they're
payback.
using here is a
No, wait.
remix of Destiny's Child, and I used it because it's talking about women holding their own, which is ironic because they're actually women holding their own as men.
Yeah.
And
kind of-
nobody notices.
And nobody notices, yes. Oh, look how Nick knows to put the camera right at the right place.
See, Nick actually came and saw
And he
this
saw
the
the show.
show
He knew
like
exactly
2
what
times
he was
before
doing.
this.
So shout out to Nick Doolin, the camera op.
Yeah,
one of our
the
camera
Doolin.
operators.
close, and this is what's
Woo!
neat about the DVD is
Aaron!
the close angle is on them up here, but if you switch to the far angle, it's of all the cadets and the zombie on stage.
Amazing.
So it's like you're not restricted to what the editor or what Nick thinks is interesting. You can
Yes.
see, like right now, Quinn and Aileen, especially Aileen and the Nickies and
Oh,
Summer,
God.
have this like hilarious shower thing.
Yeah,
And
it's a
that
whole
was-
scene
Yeah, that's pretty
into
funny.
But
It's the
itself.
whole scene of us, in turn, all of us going and daring each other to touch the zombie.
They can see it, Quinn.
Oh,
The
they
people
can
at
see
home
it?
will be able
Really?
to see it on the other angle.
But
But
you
I
can
can't
still
see
talk
it.
We
about
can't,
it.
we can't do another commentary for the far angle.
That would be retarded.
So
Yeah.
in the shower, and this actually, one of the things that was nice about having this half finished when we went into it is that I actually wrote a lot of the scenes and what was happening with the space in mind. So like that part where the cadets come walking down the aisles, that's actually written into the script, and then later in the final scene, the part where the Gypsy and Veron and
Oh.
Tony do that thing
Yeah.
was also written specifically for this space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So once we got to space, we were like, okay, what can we do
Karen's
with
hot.
Yeah,
all these
Karen,
things?
she's totally hot.
She was so worried about how her legs would look, and look how hot her legs
know.
are.
Whatever.
She
You know
Karen's
what-
great
Totally.
hot.
Yeah.
She's got great legs.
They're both good looking.
They're
Yeah.
both
Yeah,
No,
they are.
okay, so
Yeah.
what was supposed to happen in the
Whoa,
script
Aaron's breathing
was
heavy.
Veron was actually supposed to take his shirt off
Yeah, what
when the
happened about that?
spaghetti got on it. But since and he told me this, he's like, I'm so skinny that I have to like use like 5 times around my waist to tie the
Oh,
thing
so he
on,
couldn't-
so he didn't have time to take
Right.
it off.
So, like, yeah, originally...
Okay, wait. I just
Oh.
have to say one thing. Okay, we have props for everything in the show, but this one part, he's miming a stopwatch. And,
oh, right,
and
and
no
there was,
one,
like, a
no one ever,
stopwatch in a
weird.
different
and
play,
no one,
I think.
no one ever noticed, and no one ever commented, except I was like, why is he just pretending to hold a stopwatch?
But you know, I don't know. When I saw it, I just thought he was
But
supposed
that's
to
how
be doing that.
obvious.
Like,
Yeah, look, Karen's
I thought-
pretending to drive.
no, I seriously, I thought his character was supposed to be pretending a stopwatch because that's funny.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that nobody had just thought about the prop. I think it worked.
Yeah. Sure.
Yes, that was intentional.
Yes.
Oh.
So what I was gonna say is originally you were gonna be able to see Aaron's amazing torso, but
Yeah, it was really
but,
defined.
yeah, it was nice, like defined skinniness,
Yeah,
but it ended up being too difficult.
yeah. So, that's,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyways,
There's Karen's hot legs. I don't know. I don't know
She
what.
pulls that mustache off pretty well.
I was watching this video when I was editing it before the commentary, and I'm like, wow, how did her mustache stay on?
it's attached to her nose.
Like she does a lot of jumping and
it's really tightly
it's
attached
like-
to her nose.
yeah.
It's like it's
What's
it
it
had a
glue?
little,
What's it-
no, it had clips.
What's it called?
These were
No,
a
we-
spirit gum?
Oh,
No, this was the second. This was the
the
second round.
The second round.
Yeah, where you had
We
had the
actually
little
tried
clips,
a spirit gum.
They stick
Then
up
we
in
got
the
clips
Yeah.
that stuck in our noses.
and they felt really weird, and I tried
Really,
them on
really
myself.
weird.
Well, they worked.
I like that.
Wait, those were Eileen's idea, though, right? The mustaches?
Eileen bought a package of
I think they were like a gift or something.
like
but
she
you had them.
got a package. She
Yeah.
got a package of several different kinds of mustaches.
It really was such a
It
good
was a great
thing.
idea.
It was
Peter!
But then,
so
we, but then we like lost all of them, or like they all like got destroyed or something
Yeah.
halfway through.
Look
and-
at
I
her
love the
beard.
beard. The full beard
Yeah,
is
Eileen-
just
Eileen really
It's
hilarious.
so funny because it's I think it's. I can't believe that I made a character called Captain Luigi, and then in the character description of the script, I'm like, he always wears green.
Yeah.
And he
It's
did,
like,
and that was a green
so you can't really tell.
can't tell, but
in
it
the
is
shot,
green.
But it is very green.
It is mint
green. Yeah.
And Peter is incredibly hot.
And his character never gets that they're women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's
he
so
never gets it.
funny. He
And
never
yet,
knows.
he still is very,
Very-
sexual with
Very.
them.
Yeah. And
He's
Very
he's
quick-
kind of
quick-witted.
queer.
but in the
He's
script,
got a little queer edge to this character.
the
That
script
he's
he's
created.
supposed to be really old. And I don't
Yeah.
think that,
Oh,
that
yeah?
really pulled out that showed through in the production
No.
at all. Like
But I think
he,
that's all
I
right.
think Peter's
Yeah, I
a
think
little
it's-
too hot.
Well,
yeah, like
And there's Summer
Especially when
emoting.
they hold the
Is
shit
she
like
wearing her
that.
glasses? Wait, is
Yeah,
Summer wearing
yeah.
her glasses?
oh, I didn't
Okay.
know that.
That's
The
awesome.
Romans were very advanced.
Yeah. It fake
Look at how
Wait, is
dedicated Aaron. Yes, she's wearing her glasses. This part. Yeah.
Come on, zombie.
You can do it.
I can't believe you kept this up for a whole show.
I
Like,
know.
It's so
Dustin
impressive.
did such an amazing job. I was
Yeah.
so impressed with him.
And he had to do like what was so crazy was Camilla had to do like almost an hour of zombie makeup before the show, but she had to compress that into like 15 to a half hour of like really intense zombie makeup right before the show because Dusty had to do like run crew
Yeah,
for the
he was
other
Usher,
shows
So
or
he's like-
Usher or something.
so
for the
he-
other,
No, he
Yeah.
was soundboard.
Yeah, he was
yeah,
sound- for,
and like so like he had to do all this other stuff right before my show every single time.
Yeah.
So then he rushed down and got all the makeup, and he had to like learn
Very
to do part of
dedicated.
it himself.
There's Nikki.
Very
There's
dedicated.
Nikki.
Oh,
So-
Nikki's so,
so
I think
fantastic.
in the script it said that everyone had swords, and it's like, you know, the Sergeant Bilko when he's supposed to do the rifle presentation and he doesn't. That's what it was supposed to be like.
Look,
but
they're following.
look at Quinn.
They're following him proper
Most
sword
of us-
technique. Look at the movement on stage that I'm directing here. Isn't that brilliant?
This is the best
He's
sword
just like,
technique
stop,
ever.
stop. Okay, good. I think
all of us
without the
kind of
cadets.
wondering what's going
Peter-
on.
Without the cadets, the scene would not be that
Yeah.
interesting. But
Exactly.
the cadets
also,
really make
if you
the scene.
if you
Yes.
read the script, it's not nearly as interesting. I think Peter really adds so much to
he
his
adds
character,
a lot.
and it's like. After the performance, I was like, "Wow, I need to watch the video and like add all this stuff that he made up back into like the official script."
Okay, he's composing a haiku here.
I don't.
It's so good.
I had some
Wait,
Wait,
rational.
oh, do we get a shot of Eileen fainting?
Oh,
just a
it's
second.
It's probably in the far
Oh.
shot.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Wow.
think-
They're
yeah.
clapping.
So, and then Peter's just like.
I have never seen that before. So it's behind him.
Oh,
There's
there's
Nikki.
Eileen getting up
Alright.
and fanning
Eileen.
It's
herself.
Eileen. Sorry. That's good.
Oh,
Yes!
Sorry.
Character number 3 for Kevin. No, 4 for Kevin.
Skateboard dude.
So this part.
The role he was born to play.
Yeah, really.
that
And I
is-
bought that shirt for him. It says, what? New
New power.
power. Yeah. And it has a guy
Very
skateboarding on it.
Japanese. Perfect.
Yeah.
Get a job.
Is that your
dude.
helmet?
Yeah. That's my helmet that I
Oh,
inherited
Nikki
from
looks
Bobby.
so concerned.
See, because we told them to like.
And Eileen looks like a
Gambling.
crazy person.
Yeah, she's
Look
like,
at
what
her
do you
She
do?
feelings.
she looks like a Hasidic Jew. That's what she looks like.
Who wants some of this?
I will. Rum. What did he do? He just picked something out of his teeth.
Uh
Oh, look
oh.
at Peter.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
See, they're all
Looks
touching
like
Karen's
a
in
carrot.
the thighs. Ooh.
What does he
Peter.
look like? He looks
I
like
should
some
have
sort of
I should have
movie star
done a
from
better
the past.
job of calling these actors
does. He looks like
to
he'd be a
come to the
celebrity.
commentary.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Well, I told Tessa that it was happening, and I didn't tell her where, but
Yeah.
I told her about it.
I Yeah.
I think Dusty had rehearsal
Yeah.
for the show he's directing.
They're all
Yeah,
competent
well,
And
actors.
Aileen had rehearsal for the
Actually, Aileen had. I talked to Nikki. Nikki had rehearsal.
Yeah.
She said she probably.
What show's
Aileen's
Nikki in?
rehearsal- I don't know. I think she's in Merrily.
Oh,
So,
right.
Oh,
yeah.
this part he just completely made up. The
Is this
part
on the
about
last- this is-
riding them like sweaty pigs
Oh,
in the
yeah.
circus.
Oh, I don't even remember. that.
Oh, he just
Oh,
ad-libbed.
well, this is last night
Yeah.
thing. Like,
This is the last
this,
night.
yeah,
huh?
this is
there was
like
something.
part of his whole.
There was something I wanted to say about this, but I forgot. That's what the rum will do.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peter. I think the whole time really wanted to add some more
He did, but
super sexy stuff into it.
Yeah.
but he
That's
did.
great.
And he
He
finally did, and
Oh, the
as
cricket
sexy
sound
as
effects.
Peter
Yes.
is, I think that's a-okay.
What's good about the cricket sounds is like this is the sort of mild cricket
Look,
sound.
it's like he's sleeping, but
And then there's later
That's-
there's the loud like locusts when they're out in the war.
That's
There's
a
locusts.
That's the great thing about Chautauqua, though. You have people like Peter and like Aaron who like nobody sees normally.
Yeah.
Don't normally act, and
Yeah.
you're like, you're perfect, you're brilliant.
Yeah.
Like, why don't you do more?
Yeah.
And it's really amazing to see them like do all this really cool, amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Especially
it's
in
their
a show
time
like
to
this.
it's their time to shine. You know, I mean, like they're going to be a rock. Like,
Well, that
I mean,
was
like,
what was
somebody
such a
like
good
Peter's
thing
gonna be
for
a
me
rock
is
star.
like I'm not a theater. I mean, you know, I have some experience with theater, but it was great for me to be able to actually do something with it.
So here's
Oh, they should have been naked in this scene.
And
Yeah.
Chautauqua was my
really-
springboard into being able to costume design.
Quinn's an amazing costume
Yeah.
designer. Everybody at home, she's
she
done.
Yeah.
she actually
I'm
designed the
fantastic.
costume.
How many
Really?
shows
for
have you done
Kiss,
so far?
Four.
both
Well,
Kiss and Guar.
5 actually.
No, she has not.
No. I've
So
done 5
Oh,
shows.
oh, is this the
I've done 5 shows with UCSC.
Yes, it's the
Oh, is this
music.
the music
I have to
from
go
from
pee.
the postal service?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
See, I was listening to this music when I was writing the script, so I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, this music."
Yeah, this was
like,
totally Chris's idea for the music. When I was telling Steven to get the intro beeping noise for this scene, and he's like, "What are you talking about? That's kind of boring." But like, Chris demanded it, and
This was a good scene, though. I really like their interaction.
yeah.
And it's
Oh,
just
this is
so
I think this is
funny.
the best
He thinks
acted
the
scene.
zombie's a woman. I mean, that's really funny. He doesn't know what a woman is.
Yeah.
And I think it makes a lot of commentary too on like the number of male roles that are in the theater.
It does,
Because
in a
before
weird
the
way,
cadets, everyone's a man.
Yes.
Where's
And
the
then
shot?
I
he's
think
like,
it's. Well,
I don't
think it's-
understand what women are.
I just think it's really important. Well, and I don't know. I do this because I've been raised as a feminist. But like, here's Tony, who is the one person in the play, a female, who actually knows what's going on, and that's actually a recurring theme with a lot of the fiction that I write. And
She's definitely like
but
the
at the
smartest
same-
character in this
Yeah.
play.
But at the same time, it's like I'm not gonna deny her like a romance interest.
Or a sexual. I mean, just
Or
a
a-
sexuality.
yeah.
Any kind of sexuality. Just like she's attracted to this guy because he's nice and cute and fun and
And
like he's
cute.
the only other guy
and
that
he's
really
a good
understands
guy.
her.
I mean,
Yeah.
but he is also a
He
good
is.
guy.
He's
Like,
a good guy.
He's trying to help.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
not just some
He's-
asshole.
He's the
So,
only
man, I mean,
person that stood up for that, like defended the zombie.
So Karen really
Yeah.
had a lot to work with
You
in
know,
this scene. I
their
think she really did a good
relationship
job.
in this script is really based on friendship.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
they become friends first.
Right. Which I totally believe a lot more than any kind of like just fake romance.
I'm so glad.
Oh my God,
Right?
Aaron. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Aaron said when we first cast Aaron, we knew there was a problem because he put in his casting sheet that he couldn't kiss guys, which we were like,
Obviously, that
really?
wasn't much of a
Obvious-
problem.
And he and Dusty were friends before, so like,
Oh really?
I
didn't
think
know
so.
that.
I think so. Yeah.
Hot.
Yeah. So, anyways, we were like, "Are you sure you can't just kiss like
A
a zombie in this play just once?" And he's like, "Oh, it's fine. I don't know why I put that." And we were like, "Oh my God," because we were just freaking out. We were like,
Yeah.
"God, this is the one thing that's gonna
Yeah.
really,
That
really
was
make."
funny.
And that was funny, and he really
And
did
gross.
it.
And gross. And
Yeah.
we were like, oh, decaying flesh. Don't want to be kissing that.
He's so funny when he does this.
Oh, God.
And then he like kicks his foot, and the funny thing is that because of the staging, like there's a period of like 3 or 4 seconds where you see him walking to the zombie, so everyone in the audience could just be like, "Oh no, I know what's gonna happen," and then and then here's the one sane female
Yes.
character actually like.
So I-
One sane character.
As I was saying, I think
right.
Karen had
the
so much
only
to work
sane
with.
character.
She had so much to work with in this scene, and she really pulled off all the conflicting things. And I kept saying, like, you're so conflicted in this scene. You're so confused and frustrated because you want to say what you are, and you hold out until the very last second until you say, like, I am a woman, and
I mean,
there's
look at those
Aaron's
boobs.
reaction.
She's a woman, alright?
Yeah.
Look at her legs.
Yeah.
But it's funny, like, can you imagine never knowing what a member of the opposite sex looked like?
Yeah.
Just imagine, and that's what this play does. Ooh!
Oh, yeah!
It says,
Ah, her mustache!
oh god.
Okay,
I didn't know that happened.
so
pants,
on the
no
last
pants.
night, he just comes on with no pants.
Oh right! Oh my god!
That's right.
And
And like
everybody's
no one
didn't
even noticed, and the
No,
nobody
actors didn't
He
notice.
He had been talking about
Yeah, he
it.
had talking about doing it, and I was like,
But-
"Do it!" He was like, right before the scene. I was backstage. I was drunk
No,
or
no, no.
something, and I was
He
like, "Do
kept
it!"
performing in front of the mirror and being like, "You're sexy. No, you're sexy."
Who's going to the
Without his
discotheque?
pants on.
Wait, no, who's going to the disco? What?
Who's going to the discotheque?
You're going to the discotheque, right in the mirror. He did that every night before.
To get himself
Peter
psyched
also
up.
Psyched
Yeah.
up.
That's awesome.
So this
Okay, this
This-
is my favorite scene.
I have to say, like, I kind of wrote like a 2-sentence thing. It's like they fight. Was like the kind of like
They
there was
fight.
dialogue, and then it's like, and then they fight.
Wait, you didn't even have dialogue.
This
at
was a
first,
good
I
fight
thought.
scene.
There's no dialogue.
Troy, you did
Yeah,
a good
and
job with this
Troy
fight scene.
came up with this idea of having like the Kill Bill silhouette thing,
I really
Yeah.
like the
and
silhouette.
it actually worked
It
really,
worked
really well.
I totally did, and like
No,
it was
this
part of
is-
the idea of doing it on the second stage. It was like, oh, I
Yeah.
could do that. I could do that with the scrim.
Like
behind
this,
it.
no, this scene, like this. I was like, if you look at the script, this scene is nothing. But look, even just in
But
in the close camera, it's like it
Are
looks
they
just
wearing
like
a fake
silhouette.
nose?
Are they what?
No, that's her mustache.
A
Oh, it's her
mustache.
mustache.
No,
like-
this
That's
scene
like a
is
weird
the
nose.
thing.
And I was just like, okay, Troy, you just choreographed this.
It looks like a beat.
This was so much fun. Like, this is my favorite. The cafeteria scene was my favorite scene because I thought it was the funniest. But this scene was my favorite scene.
Because I like.
It was
yeah.
so much fun.
Yeah.
It was so much fun, and it was so physical and like.
Yeah, and I let you all go out and do like I would work with other people, and you all
That's
would go out.
the funniest line. He's all like, and I'm fat. And he's like, this,
Because that's Karen's line.
Yeah.
because that's what Karen would like say in real life. So I wrote that in.
Yes.
I actually wrote that in, and I wrote in another part later that I'll tell you about it. Just because when I was writing the script, I was IMing with her. This is after it had been cast, before it was finished, and I'm like, Karen, you need like blah blah blah, and she's like, oh, because I'm fat, and I'm like, oh.
Okay, so this song is by Andre Nicotina.
Yes.
And he's an incredible cocaine rapper from Oaktown. And I use this song because it has a sample of Al Pacino as, look at that amazing fight
I
choreography.
really like the silhouette stuff. I think
Yeah.
this lighting really gives the
Oh,
atmosphere of
Mike-
night very
And
well.
that-
Like
does,
night
does a great
fighting.
job.
I just want to
Oh.
say that we worked so hard on this choreography. Like, we worked. This scene probably is the scene
It's
that we
very
worked
hard.
the
It's
most
very
Oh,
on.
the zombie!
But,
oh my god!
wait,
it's
what was
so
that?
brilliant.
Oh my god, Nikki!
Yeah!
Oh yeah!
What was I saying?
The zombie is
Nicotina,
so
Dr.
Yeah.
Nicotina. Okay.
Oh!
I use this song because they use a sample of Al Pacino from Scarface going, okay, you want more? How's that? So anyways,
Yeah.
that's why I use it. But it also has this really cool, like, violin thing
Oh.
that sounds kind of
They
creepy
were
and
they were
scary.
so good.
This
This turned so even just like even looking at the close angle where you can it kind of like destroy.
Oh my god, Kevin's fifth
Kevin!
character!
yes.
Oh,
Kevin.
he's
Oh look,
So I
that
said-
is brilliant being shot with a
Yes.
machine gun?
So Kevin is playing kind of a Terminator, kind of like a ultimate warrior character. Oh.
The zombie takes
Yeah!
Killed.
Oh! It's
See,
so gnarly. This
he was-
death
You
scene
really
so
have to,
gnarly.
decapitate or get rid of a zombie's brain capacity to fully kill
Yeah.
them. So he totally
Yeah.
saved the day.
Yeah.
What the hell was this next part? With the computer voice? I don't know. I watched this and I'm just like, what the hell?
I
Now,
remember-
what were you thinking?
I remember
You were-
we didn't
Was
really this is like the last
this is like
thing
the
we,
very last
This
thing
is
that was
just like
written.
the
that we like
compound.
tried to that we rehearsed. I think like this was the very last thing.
This
we
got
did.
this got written technically after the deadline
Yeah.
to finish the script, and the other they
Oh,
can
Don't tell anyone.
and the other shows I submitted 7 pieces when I submitted this play.
Yeah.
We now have a
Look at
limit.
Karen's booty dance.
It's a milkshake dance.
Oh, the milkshake. Yeah.
We now have a limit of 3 pieces per people per
And
God.
person.
two of them were something I wrote and then had the computer read, and I submitted on a CD of an audio file.
Some other people submitted like 13 plays.
And like I made everyone listen to them, and I thought they were funny. It was like Michael
Look,
Jackson,
and then he becomes a zombie again suddenly. Oh, wait, it's okay. So right here he's like normal,
yeah.
and then
No, this is
he's a
so
zombie again.
fantastic.
So it's just I was just like I don't know.
It's for you.
I don't know what to do with this piece of plot that needs to get told but can't take up time. And then I don't know. I think Troy was just like, "Hey, let's just have the computer talk about it."
Yes.
So this
drunk?
yeah
I think this is the least good scene of the play,
yeah
just because
I
it's
didn't like this scene either.
it's just sort of it's necessary. It's a sort of a plot convention. Like he comes back home and Jim's been worrying about him, and
you guys need to drink
it was
more rum.
really hard to
Troy, finish the song.
it was really hard to direct this scene because it's a really like it's really unclear like what the emotion is here is like it's like is Jim really serious about
This
how
is
This
a
is a
hard
false
scene.
ending.
yeah it
It's
is
the false. You're like,
Absolutely.
okay, everything's done. There's no
Yeah.
happy ending. What's gonna happen?
Right.
But I think this is a hard scene.
It was really hard to direct.
I also watching this, I like most of the script I wrote and didn't read at all, and this is one of those things that I was like, I don't know. I'm like, okay, they'll just do this scene, and then it sounded really stupid on paper, and then they did it, and I'm like, oh, that's not that bad.
Yeah, well, I mean, it wasn't that bad. It was so difficult to like really make the actors understand like it's a conflicted scene. Like you don't know what the emotion is, and that is what the emotion of the scene is like you don't know how to feel. Like you're back home, everything seems to be over, everything seems to be concluded and completed, but like you really don't know how to
Right,
feel.
but
about
the
this.
love has not been resolved.
Yeah.
And so therefore it's
Yes, and so that's why the play keeps going, because there is incompletion. There's and the scene ends on this sort of
So we
Sunny
should
Day
announce
note.
the 2 new voices
So
that are
there's-
entering into this commentary: Mark Thornton and Bobby Burns.
Yeah.
Who have nothing to do
Who
with
have
this
nothing to do with the show
play
whatsoever.
Look, it's the
I
same
skateboarded.
painting from the
Look,
beginning.
it's the same
I
painting.
skateboarded in this show.
But you're not in the video.
I was a spiritual advisor during the entire production.
No, you weren't. Get out of
From
here.
afar, why are you the closest? to
You were
the
just fucking me, and that's it.
The question of why she's the closest to the
Damn.
mic.
mic? I
What?
tried to fuck as many people involved with this performance,
And you got one.
First, I got
And
one.
there you go.
That's better than none. I win.
He got close to Bobby.
I got close to
He
Bobby.
touched Bobby
It was
once.
not involved in this.
I was not involved. Kind of like Michael Jackson with the Jesus juice. So
Michael Jackson wasn't not.
So there's a big
Michael
reveal.
Jackson was actually
So,
largely involved in this
There's
production.
a big reveal in the scene. It turns out that the zombie is in fact his oldest brother,
Oh.
Zeroich.
I forgot to say something. This script was originally developed
on a napkin.
with 8-year-olds. No, it was that's right. The 2002 Chautauqua I submitted like
Nicole,
two
she has
different
two
things.
swords.
One of them. She was so
Princess
great.
I love it.
She was really
To say,
great.
you guys.
But
She's a freshman.
so like yeah, this play
Not
started
anymore.
as I wrote it on a napkin in the office that you submit
Ooh, he's
things,
so muscular.
and then I stapled it to the submission form.
And Kimberly Janarone, the then faculty advisor for Chautauqua,
Yeah, look at that
put
skateboard in
it
action.
on her wall. She loved the napkin so much.
But I was like, wow.
I didn't
Was
know
this
that.
Nick Doolin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
we talked about that
Did
already.
he not have a try? Oh.
No, there's also a wide shot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
It's good.
so I was like, wow,
Hey,
the
don't be a
script,
prick, Mark.
this
I love
script
Nick
is so
Doolin.
good. I need to develop it. And actually the first thing this actually came from a script I developed teaching theater with 8-year-olds. And originally it was set in Russia. Oh, I know. I wrote a script, and it was this retarded thing about this like zombie that goes to school with this kid. And then
Tessa!
and
That time!
I told them it was a Russian fable, and I explained the story to them, and they're like, "Wow, Russian fables are weird."
Can we talk about how she has like incense thing from
Yeah.
Catholic mass?
Yes.
Yeah, and I think it's perfect.
So this
cool.
Wonderful.
this
Dude,
scene.
wish it was smoking.
Tragedy. I don't think that's appropriate.
Get out of here, Mark!
you, get
Go
out.
out of here! Anyways, she did her own eye. Tessa did her own eye makeup every night, and she did an amazing job every night
So
with her eye
this scene, like the Gypsy wasn't even originally in the script at this point. Like she was only that one part
But she's
earlier.
so important.
But like
Yeah.
she was so important. I'm like, well, I have to bring the Gypsy back. I have to have some
and then you
resolution and
and then make her the Tony's,
yeah, and then I
Tony's
made her the Tony's mother.
I
And
think that's always a good idea. I really wish that the Catholic incense thing was really.
So this part-
Oh,
this was everyone's favorite joke right here.
Oh,
and this was actually
yeah, like
written-
everybody actually like claps at this part. It's not that funny.
It's really
but
not.
but like they pull it off pretty well. It's the idea of the third wall.
It's
Yeah.
really hard to
fourth
predict.
wall.
It's really hard to predict what an audience is gonna like.
Yeah.
But
until
that
you get into
something
previews.
that was written because I knew which space we were gonna be in.
Ooh,
Oh,
look.
this-
Oh, her hair's down and it's
this-
all pretty and
this
Pantene Pro V.
Oh,
This
the
next
zombie?
part,
Yeah.
this next part that Karen does, I made her do this
This is
because
funny.
I was IMing her as I was working on the script, and I'm like, I'm gonna make
I
it.
amming. What's
How-
that?
would you be able to
mean
kiss-
instant messaging with the
And I'm like, you're gonna have to kiss the zombie, and she's like, haha, that would be funny, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna put that in the script right now, and she's
And
like,
she's like,
haha, you're
Yeah,
joking.
she's like, ew.
And then the next day she comes to rehearsal, and I'm like, hey, new scripts, everyone. And she's like, no.
It's so
It's
funny.
really funny.
That's
she
really
does
funny.
it really well too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's very much like, I don't want to.
This this part rhymes. This
Yeah.
part rhymes.
Oh, it's
Yes, you would. Is anything that fucking
Was that based on anything like that was mine? Oh, okay.
No.
Look.
God, she's just like flinging that thing around. I can't believe she didn't hit anybody with that.
Quinn, sit over here.
I would kiss them.
See, that's
He's a
and then this
sweetheart.
that's just like an
Not like
arbitrarily like
On the commentary.
like
Oh my
Shut up.
God!
What?
this is my favorite part. Oh, and that shawl she's wearing, that was a costume piece in the previous show I wrote. For
Oh, I love
Chautauqua.
Oh my God! I totally forgot about this.
This
That
is
we
my,
had this
this is
song.
my favorite. Oh, so we're like,
Oh.
Tessa, you're gonna have to sing, and she's like, oh, I'll use one of my opera warm ups. And we're like, what? And she's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, I'm classically trained as an opera singer. And we're like, oh, that's really convenient, actually. So
But then
Coincidentally, she's an amazing singer.
used Eileen's song that it's a Hebrew song that she. Whoa.
Oh my God! What's happening?
the film burned through.
I don't know what we're gonna do.
Troy,
What's gonna
the
come next?
film through.
Yay! What are they doing there?
Wait, I haven't seen this.
Yes. I knew you were gonna do action figures.
Where's the volume?
Wait, turn it
Turn up. I don't know
Okay,
what the
okay.
volume is.
So at this point,
I just knew he was
guys,
At this point, the tapes videotaping ran out.
Yeah,
And so
Nick
Chris,
ran out
on
of
both
tape.
tapes, so Chris had to improvise. Well, it's the same length. Of course, they ran it on both tapes.
Well, if they fucking
Yeah.
engineered it
yeah,
properly.
uh-huh.
Obviously, they've never been to film school.
But this is
like I have.
a
Oh,
brilliant
God.
work of genius, actually.
No, you use the term genius.
You can
Is it okay
see-
if it's this
Oh,
loud?
right.
You can see here.
This is
Wait,
that
you
loud?
can
Okay.
see here in this
Like
shot
stuff
a
stuck
lot
on
of
the bottom of my
inspiration.
shoe, you
A
know.
lot of
Genius.
inspiration from the show Cloud's Mystery Hour.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of inspiration.
Thank you to Final Fantasy for creating such enduring characters.
And just to point
And Dragon
out,
Ball
that
Z.
Team
And
Rocket
Dragon Ball
action
Z.
figure is mine.
It's a lot quieter when
Just
people
for
have
the
to
record.
piss.
So, yeah, no, and it sucks because like the part where they sing was my favorite part of the song. I mean,
Yeah.
the show.
Yeah.
I know.
But I had fun making
was
this
as I
in-
was
in
saying,
15 minutes.
Eileen came up with the idea of using one of these Hebrew songs that she knew, and to just like kind of say these Hebrew words that nobody would, like most people in the audience wouldn't know, but some people would, but like just kind of use the song
So
anyways.
what was the song about?
Zionist
In
anthem.
real-
It's just-
really?
Thrown
It
into
was
the
just a religious song that Eileen knew, and so she decided to use that, and I choreographed this dance based around Eileen's song, and Eileen, worked it out for Tess
Great editing.
to.
Your use of jump cuts is intriguing. What's with this omega? Is
It
this
reminds me
omega?
a lot of some old Godard.
Wait, so who's
So
who's
I
who?
can't believe that
So the
influence of
blue-haired
Jean-Luc
guy
Godard
with
was heavily
red
on
pants
Disney.
is Veron.
Okay.
The like military-looking girl with
Kimi.
braids is Tony, and that girl that's talking right now is the crazy gypsy.
Okay, wait. Let's.
Piccolo on the floor. That's the older brother, and then the skeleton
Hair
guy is
witch.
the zombie.
Yeah.
All right, let's stop for a minute and talk about how awesome Kimi, your stage manager, was.
Kimi Fong.
Kimi
yeah.
was amazing.
Kimi Fong is not only delicious and hot
Yeah.
and smart, she's also absolutely an amazing stage manager. I think
And
she
she
was
had such.
brilliant.
She
She
didn't
did
think she
such
could do
a
it,
good
and
job.
she did an amazing job.
I would not
was
have
so
been able
impressed.
to perform at all.
Fuck
without
you,
Kimi.
Mark. Get the fuck out of here.
You weren't even involved in this
I
project.
wasn't. I couldn't act. I couldn't dance or sing at
You
all.
did. You
without
didn't.
Kimi.
You
But you're
didn't
my
even
cousin, so I
contribute
forgive you.
anything to this.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, but
But
But Kimi
anyway,
Fong-
Kimi did a really great job. She's
and
awesome.
she's hot.
and she's hot and smart.
Have you?
She's
Has
hot
anyone
and smart.
talked to her
She's
since the show?
smart.
She
No, I
kind
haven't
of
seen her.
did stop returning my phone calls.
Chris was
you
kind of
harass
Chris was
her?
kind of in love
I
with
didn't
her for a little while.
harass her.
He wrote a few live journal entries about how she was smart and hot,
Uh-oh.
and I don't think
Live
she
journal,
ever
the
saw.
downfall of man.
This
I don't think she ever saw anything.
She spent the night in Lauren's bed.
I obviously wasn't there.
Oh.
So, when you're doing this, are you like using the
But I hope
script, or are
she
you
has-
just
Yeah.
coming?
No, this is.
Yeah.
I was actually reading the script, and all these cuts are when I lost my place reading. Like the actually
You can see your
recording
hand.
this,
Is that the
recording this. That's the crazy.
What
That's
hand?
the gypsy.
Oh. Okay. She has guns.
This
Yeah.
is so well edited.
Well, because I was recording it, and like the original take is like 22 minutes long.
I really like your
'Cause I-
female voices. They're really good.
No,
Do
who
you-
did the female voices?
Do you like how I kept forgetting which character had which voice? And so it's like heroish. The Piccolo action figure has one voice in the beginning and then has a different voice later on.
to replace their
It took me 20 minutes to do this because I
Two
kept.
pages.
This is
Because I
so
took
The last
depressing.
two pages of the script.
The last part of the play was so good. It's
It
so
was so
depressing.
good.
This is
It's
the
so
end,
sad.
The whole ending is gone.
Yeah, because the tapes
Uh,
ran out.
They fucking record in LP mode. Nick Doolin record in LP mode.
So we wanna say fuck you to Nick Doolin for fucking my whole.
No,
No.
we love Nick Doolin.
We
for
want to
being a
say
good board.
we
He
want
did a
to
good
fuck
job.
Nick.
Is
Doolin.
someone still in the bathroom?
Bobby's in the bathroom.
with Quinn?
God damn
With
it.
Quinn, they're pissing everywhere. They're
Don't
pissing
piss
on
in the wind.
everything. That fucking Robert Smith and that slut.
So there's the zombie.
Yeah, that's the zombie.
That's a good choice to be the zombie.
Yeah, the zombie.
They look kind of appropriate, don't they?
It's like Scooby.
Nobody worry, I'm
Scooby-Doo.
not in the bathroom with Mark's girlfriend.
Wait, who's in the bathroom?
Quinn.
Oh god.
Look,
Quinn's dropping the kids off at the pool.
look, she's stroking his head.
Who did his voice in those videos you always showed us?
Garrett Palm.
Yeah. He was the funniest because he's
Yeah.
just this dumb.
Once again,
Skeleton.
Cloud's Mystery Hour. Great.
Thank you to Cloud's
form
Mystery.
of media.
Yeah,
What's he
the
up to
format.
nowadays?
Cloud is still stuck
No,
on
Garrett.
Garrett. He's in New York. He's living in Manhattan, actually.
Isn't he
Oh,
like
does that mean
his-
he's gay?
He does zombie
No,
voices
no,
professionally.
Garrett Palm.
He's a professional
Yeah.
His
zombie
personal
voices.
friend is the creator of LiveJournal. So Garrett is member
George F.
45.
Livejournaling.
Whoa, that's
Whoa.
cool.
Yeah.
What were you?
Cool
You were-
people. are like-
the Urban
The
Pirates,
Urban Pirates, I mean,
is
yeah.
like 465, and my account is like 6,550 out of like 300 million LiveJournal accounts.
Yeah. I have to.
I'm next. I'll be fast.
Okay.
Is this
Wait,
still
look.
this still the like near the last scene? Oh. Wow, this is long.
Yeah, it's long. It took me 22 minutes to film this.
I like how you're really trying to act it.
Well, it's
Chris, you're crazy. You so crazy. Oh, Karen did that line so well. Cause Karen is crazy, and she did her like I'm not crazy thing really
Yeah.
well.
I wish that we could have seen this,
Yeah.
but it's lost to time.
Well, there is that other video that
Yeah,
E.T. made.
yeah.
Which is
we
really,
need
really
to
bad.
figure out what's up. Oh, look, it's the helmet of Shogun. Watch, Troy, watch.
Nice. I've never seen this before, so that's why I'm really.
Pee.
Oh, hey! I hate you. I have to go.
You're just the director.
God damn it! Wow, that was really funny.
I didn't know that Jesse from Pokemon started this play.
You drove here, right? You drove back home? Eventually.
Past my house.
He fell down to symbolize his failure as
Wow.
a Shogun.
But he's got the special cape. Now, none of us have seen this part before, except for me.
Yeah, I just don't know.
Is that the captain?
That's Captain Luigi.
It's funny because he's not a man.
Yeah.
Ah!
Look, they're kissing. See, I tried to edit this like the Lewis and Clark expedition video.
Get off.
Oh, great inspiration. Lewis and Clark expedition.
This scene was so good in
This
the
scene's very
original.
awkward.
I know Karen and
Aaron,
Baron and
Tony.
Tony did a really good job in the original version.
See,
Oh,
that's
it's Space Ghost.
that's the skater. That's Kevin.
That's wait, does that really happen?
No, it was
He doesn't
space.
beat up him, and then there's a bunch of skateboarding, which is awesome.
So
and
then they all
pretty
skateboard.
much not against school pretty much against school policy.
Talk about school policy. No rules, skate on, CK on the every day.
See, yeah.
I'm just
And
saying.
then everyone's and that was like some random thing I wrote as a cop out ending. I'm like, then everyone is skating, and it turned into the real script.
Into
And
everyone
everyone is skating.
skating.
Everyone actually said that at the end of the play.
And everyone skated across the stage.
So this song I had in mind from the very, very beginning. It was actually even before I was accepted to be the director. I had this song in mind. I was like I heard it when we were driving around in Chris's car, I think, once, and I was like, wow, this would be a really cool song to be in that play that he's working on about zombies, because it's like, if I ever leave this world alive.
I love this song.
And it's true.
It's
true.
Yeah, the credits are coming up.
The credits are
Yeah.
awesome.
Can
Yeah.
you skip to them?
No, shut
Shut
up.
up!
Get the fuck out of here.
So it's funny because I was editing the movie, and I was just listening to my iTunes, and this song came up, and I was like, oh yeah, we had this song in the play.
Yeah.
I should put it in the video.
Yep. Well, it's a good thing you remembered that.
Yeah, because this is an awesome song, and it's an awesome just like end
And it's a
of the-
good ending song.
whiskey?
No.
You have this stuff.
It's
Crap.
it's crap. I know. You don't like rum.
Having some water. Take some water shots. That's
Shit.
fun.
But yeah, it's such a nice like ending, just a like
See,
happy ending
Doesn't
song.
that look like Tessa, kind of?
It does.
It does. It's amazing.
I mean, definitely.
Look,
has
they're having
your
a big party.
It looks like more like an orgy. Do you have any skateboarding at the end?
That was it.
Yay!
Yay, David Suskin! David Suskin! Aileen Menkin! Summer Hines! That was Nicole Lorre! Jim Healey!
Healey.
Peter Kalagian-Federico! Tessa Cox!
That's sick.
Maureen Quinn! Who's that? Nicole Dunn! Yeah, Aaron Araki!
And he eats it out of his hair. Oh,
Yeah.
Karen.
Karen
The
Smith.
most common name ever.
Yeah, it really is.
Jones.
Dustin Heaton.
Awesome
He's
zombie guy.
he's the zombie.
Awesome.
He's the guy on the right.
And
Kevin
And
Surrey.
everyone else.
Yeah, he's so funny.
yay.
Kimi Fong. Smart and hot.
Yeah.
Yay!
Newthrillparade.com.
Yeah, check it out. www.newthrillparade.com. www.shojimoji.com/www.urbanpirates.net.
Oh, and me, the executive producer. Thank you very much.
Yay! 4 names, everybody.
Oh, and
Part
this,
of
this is
the.
my favorite part.
Oh yeah! Wait for it! Wait for it!
Wait for it.
It's not spelled right.
Damn!
Yeah.